Welcome to Lifestyle Buzz Today with Orlando. Fresh, innovative, entertaining talk about topics we are all in one way or another involved with. And now here's your host, Orlando Burgos.
Here I are. Hello, my fellow voters. Welcome to a new edition of the Connection for Better Living, or as I like to call it, the antidote for boring radio. Today's show is all about Tuesday is the day we all have been waiting for. It's voting day. Yeah, it's time to get in line, do your duty. We're also going to be talking about Los Angeles, as I see it, and I hope that you do too. California in the rearview mirror. But is it the right move to leave the state? We're going to be talking about that. And eating in LA, a major and exciting experience that everybody should go out there and experiment with, okay? Some show announcements coming up about certain things that are going to be changing and improving. The whole thing is all about putting on a better show for you guys out there. Michael, how have you been?
I'm doing okay, Orlando. Hanging in there. How about you?
Looks like you guys are really busy with the technology stuff.
Yeah, we have some little issues today, but we're okay though. We're broadcasting live right now on CRN1. So, but yeah, we're gonna fix it.
Well, you know what? I mean, my confidence in you guys is out of this world. You guys can be like launching a rocket, and I'll be satisfied. You know, being in that seat too. There's many things happening. People are getting ready to go to the voting places this coming Tuesday. Like I said, we're going to be discussing many other things that can probably generate a little bit of a interest in you people that just sit by. The main thing is you need to go out and vote, because if you don't, you just gave your vote to the opposition. So you need to go out there and support your candidate and support the best candidate, okay? It doesn't really have to be a Republican or a Democrat. It's the one that's going to do the best for all the people, all right? Not just for the establishment. Are you a voter, Mike?
I am. I think it's very important to participate in the democratic process every time it's available. It's available to you.
Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of people that groan and moan and bitch and cry and this and that and the other, but they never really get involved with their civic duty. And I think that if you don't participate, then you forfeit your rights to complain in any way, shape, or form. We're going to be talking about Los Angeles. I love LA. I've been here since 1958, and I got to tell you, it's a place that needs a little tender, loving care, and it's about time that we give it a little bit of infusion in that. So let's take a little bit of a break. When we come back, voting day. We'll be right back.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Put a little shake in your shaker, a little quake in your quaker, a little rock in your sock. Famous words by Taj Mahal, I gotta tell you. The fact is, it's time for you to put your best duds out, swagger to the booth this next Tuesday, and let your voice be heard loud and clear. And that voice should be unified to get our nation back on track across party lines. Don't choose a dud of a candidate only because he or she is part of your political party. We need to think broader now. I mean, the time has come for us to really think as a unit, and we owe it to ourselves to talk about this. Again, many times have you heard me say, we are not a political show, but the fact is that the political temperature affects the lifestyle that you lead. And that is the only reason why we get involved in that. We are not pushing one side or the other. We're just giving you a broad sense of what is out there. And the country needs all of us. We all love saying that we have a passion for the red, white, and blue and the stars and all of that. But when it comes down to voting, sometimes we just fall a little bit short. And it's time that we stop being mired in the confusion of identity, lack of clear thinking, and led by the nose and accepting of lies that in many cases, some of these candidates out there just don't stop telling. You know, I hear now the big thing is especially for people like in my age bracket, that Social Security is going to go away. That is a lie. It's the same thing as many years ago when they said that voting for Trump, it was pushing grandma over the cliff. It's BS, okay? It's just a selling point to scare people into not thinking clearly. The fact is that the reason why many people take advantage of this situation by telling lies is because we ourselves have let go of learning the issues. We really have forgotten how to actually look for the right answers. So they're all out there. They're all out there just to be looked for. Simple fact is that, sorry, I stepped over my lower lip. The simple fact is that society, we have allowed the loudest and misguided voices of social media, false news narratives, and way too much the view to do the thinking for us. And it's time to change that, okay? Federal government should not be in charge of a woman's body. That is up to her conscience, medical condition, and her partner. A baby, by natural law, if growing up healthy and is aborted once it has a heartbeat and is past a certain stage of development, should be treated as a murder, in my opinion, because you know what? There really is no reason to let it go that far and terminate. And never mind thinking about terminating a child at the 9 months. Okay, that should be the biggest crime ever. So put it, think about adopting then. Put it up for adoption. School boards should need to have an equal number of parents representing the interests of the parents, and they need to rotate often because they have too much of a voice telling the parents how to raise their children. The school board's job is to teach what is better for the child, not to raise them, okay? Government and unions do not have the right to make decisions for our children. I think, in my opinion, all unions should be abolished. City council needs to strict term limits to avoid corruption. School unions should not have the power to dictate, and they should not be involved in politics at all. That's not the reason for they're there. So anyway, it is my personal opinion, all unions are, regardless of what they are, but mainly those that involve government and education and all of that, should not even be allowed because they don't belong there. They don't. What can I say? I'm very passionate about these things because I am a citizen. I have raised my kids. I have paid my taxes. And yet, I see a lot of disparity in what we do. I travel quite a bit. I get the point of view from people abroad as to how they see the United States. And I don't know, Michael, did you get to see the interview they did with the Salvadorian president recently?
No, I missed that one.
You know what? Here's a guy that admits right off the bat that he's the president of a third world country, you know? And he came over here and he had an interview with one of our people in the news, you know, Tucker. I don't know if I can say that. Carl Tucker. And Tucker Carlson. Anyway, the guy said something actually that was very brilliant in the fact that he is one of the people who recognizes the migration of his people from El Salvador to here. And he said that he has been traveling through the United States and all of that. And in today's environment, he cannot find a place that he would actually migrate to. And because he feels that the problems of the United States are coming from within. They're not coming from outside in. The problem is already entrenched in our government. And I was thinking about that, and I'm like, it's very true. I mean, there's people that mean well when they run for policy, but the people have blind loyalties, and they don't recognize when these people are not cutting the bread. When they're not doing it, they should be fired like everybody else. If you're not doing the job, take a hike. And people just kind of like support the same corrupt people over and over and over from both parties. And I think it's time to clean house. Your opinion on that?
Yeah. Just the show I was doing earlier today at the 11 o'clock hour, the host was saying that he doesn't even want to vote anymore. He's just so sick of being bombarded by ads on both sides. He feels, and I think a lot of Americans feel, that they see all these ads for races in states that they don't live in, and they're like, well, what can I do about this? Stop yelling at me. And so, yeah, I think there's a lot of cynicism going on right now.
I think that, you know what, it is what I was saying a little while ago, that the fact is that many people really just rely on TikTok now and social media and all of that type of stuff. And they really don't go to the heart of things and learn about the issues. And I think people need to get educated a little bit more. All right, that's my spiel for the day as far as voting. Just go out there and put your mark where it belongs. We'll be right back.
Have you heard about Vine to Bar chocolate? It's the winemaker's chocolate, the world's first chocolate made with well-vined Chardonnay marc from the beautiful coastal vineyards of North America. Gently pressed grapes are harvested after juicing, dried and finely milled and carefully blended into the finest dark chocolate. The Chardonnay mark contains highly beneficial grape nutrients, flavanols, and has a natural sweetness that flavors the luscious dark chocolate. Mouth-watering, flavorful, delectable dark chocolate goodness with Chardonnay sweetness and beneficial nutrients. And it's alcohol-free, too. It's Vine to Bar chocolate. Order some today at vinetobar.com. That's VINETOBAR.com. Cold shipped to your door, it's Vine to Bar. Vine to Bar chocolate. Visit us at vinetobar.com.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-349-6855. 800-349-6855. 800-349-6855. That's 800-349-6855.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1,800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
I love LA. That's more than a Randy Newman song for many of us. That love affair has been a reality for a long time, but the fact is, if we don't get involved in what goes on in the City of Angels, then we have no right to groan and moan because we have become onlookers of the disaster that it has become. Yet, day in and day out, we talk the talk, but don't walk the walk. So, maybe it's time to restructure the entire political scene. Maybe it's time to retweak our thinking patterns and begin something very good. Where there's time to read all the issues that are out there that we can put a solution to or start putting a solution to this coming Tuesday. Okay? Nobody's saying that Los Angeles has been perfect. Do you think LA is perfect?
I have a lot of civic pride in Los Angeles, and so if you're not from Los Angeles and you talk crap about LA, it gets my back up. But because we're both from LA, we can definitely call out some of its problems because it's got a lot of problems.
Yeah, I mean, I've lived here probably longer than you. I'm a lot older.
A lot older.
Hey, well, not that. Come on. Go ahead, throw a rock at my head. No, the fact is that I've been here since I was a kid, 1958. And there's always been a certain restlessness about LA, you know. But then again, I've been in New York. I've lived in different parts of the world, different other states. And there's always something that kind of shimmies up people's back and kind of makes it uncomfortable. LA, though, is a place that, what is the best thing to describe it? It has been a community of Angelinos that, regardless of origins and colors, we live with the differences, and those differences is what makes us rich, and so that melting pot is what makes it such a great stew of society. Am I?
Yeah, we've talked about this several times on the show before. I mean, we have one of the largest, immigrant populations, and people come from all around the country, all around the world, come live in Los Angeles. And it's just we have a lot of problems, though. We have, I think, a city government that has gone, and I'm saying this as someone who's, has more leftist politics than you. I think that the city government has gone far too far to the left.
Yeah.
And like you said, we're not a political show, but I've lived here all my life, and I've seen, changes over administrations and different ways that the wind blows. I mean, obviously, the homelessness crisis is awful. It's terrible.
Totally out of control.
It's totally out of control. But there's certain things about this city. I mean, the dichotomy between the Hollywood Hills, plastic surgery, $1 million modern mansion, and then 5 minutes away you have, the fifth generation barrio with, people selling tacos on the streets. Yeah. There's really, all sorts of different kinds of people here. Honestly, like, you can go literally 10 minutes. You can drive from like Pasadena to Sunland, and it's like you drove from LA to Bakersfield. It's like there's so much, diversity, not only of, ethnicity, but diversity of thought and opinion in this city. And that's why it makes it so great.
I think when we both kind of keep an eye on what goes on in the city. And to me, there's always been Latinos. There has always been Black people. There's always been white people. There's always been Asian people, Armenians, Russian, you name it. When do you feel that actually we started this bit about trying to be more divisive based on the color of skin and the backgrounds and all of that?
Well, I think that, a lot of that has to do with class. I think that, and economics. But I think it's how you're raised. I mean, my parents raised me to, not, obviously it's impossible for anybody not to see color or race or ethnicity, but they raised me to respect all different kinds of colors and creeds. And so, I think it's all about, I'm much more of a nature or a nurture person than a nature person. And so I think that the way that, you brought up and also, growing up in a diverse city, if you, grew up in the middle of nowhere and all of your people you grew up with were all white kids, then you're going to have, a little bit of a different kind of experience than someone like me who grew up in a, very multicultural environment.
Yeah. When I came here in 1958 and I spoke, the color of my skin happens to be fair, and I didn't look like the typical Latino with the darker skin. But when people started listening that I spoke Spanish, everybody, what kind of Mexican are you? Because that's all people knew. There was just that division, But anyway, I think we need to stop looking at the color of the skin and be one and all. We'll be right back.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Sponsored by Specialty Medical. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. That's 800-846-2153.
Hi, this is Fred Dwyer talking about my favorite Italian restaurant, Angelo's and Vinci's at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in downtown Fullerton. A fantastic place to eat. Come inside and dine in our Italian town square, complete with a 10-foot Christmas tree. That's right, 10 feet. Enjoy our food made from secret family recipes. Pasta, chicken, seafood, salads, and our delicious pizza. Incredible desserts, including my favorite, the tiramisu, flown directly in from Italy. Feel the spirit at Angelo and Vinci's, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022 or visit angelosandvincis.com. That's angelosandvincis.com.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Welcome back to Lifestyle Buzz with Orly at the mighty and getting mightier CRN Network. Unlimited, terrific entertainment is what we do here. That's it. I got a comment from a good friend of mine, Bruce. I remember the house that gave full-size candy bars. I guess you're still groaning about Halloween, Bruce. But yeah, it's absolutely, and I got to tell you, the economy keeps on going the way it is. We're going to have to actually buy the candy next year from the people we visit, okay? So anyway, I will send you a candy bar, a full-size candy bar, okay? All right. One theme I hear quite often is, well, I'm leaving L.A. Things are tough. Everything's too expensive. Newsom sucks. Well, yeah, true. And what are you going to do about it? Running from a problem is never the answer. Open your eyes. The Golden State is a little beaten up, a little soiled now, very poorly managed. But whose fault is it in the end? Huh? You know, the answer is right in front of you. Just look at yourself in the mirror. People who vote are the ones who put these dregs in power. And people who vote are the ones who can actually remove them. So instead of bitching and crying and looking for another place to move to, think about this. Every state in the union has a problem. So you're going to be moving from here to Arizona to wherever. And what? Fix their problems while leaving us with their broken dishes here? I think that we need to do a little bit more recognizing that the problem is not a Democrat and is not a Republican. It's not a Latino problem. It's not a black problem. It's not an Asian problem. And of the rest of society, the rest of the populations. We are so preoccupied with establishing ourselves on TikTok and Facebook and being influencers. Stop that nonsense, okay? You just gave yourself the label of influencer. There's no graduate influencer anywhere. We who do advertising and marketing are probably more influencers than many of you out there. So stop the nonsense. Stop giving yourself titles that don't belong to you and start living in a reality world where we no longer see skin color. We can recognize skin color, but, don't think of anyone with a different color of skin, a different slant of the eyes or anything else to be better or less than you. It's nonsense. It's who you want to be. We are in the land of opportunity, and California has always been one of the biggest proponents of that. It's beautiful. All you have to do is just drive a few miles one way and go skiing one morning. And in the afternoon, you're at the beach looking at the sunset while having a great shrimp cocktail. Where else can you do that? Huh? Where else can you drive just a few miles and be in the heart of wine country, enjoying the vines, enjoying the tasting of the different varietals, having a meal? I mean, just look outside and look at the beautiful mountains we have here, the redwoods and the sense, the relaxing sense you get from our beautiful deserts, especially at sunset. No, I mean, it's like we're just a few miles away from driving into Mexico. We're a short flight away to go for Canada. I mean, you want to gamble? 3 hours away and you can drive to Las Vegas if you want to go that far. But we have plenty of casinos here too. So California is the bomb, okay? And you need to accept that. So instead of packing up your dirty laundry and heading wherever you want to go visit those places. Go tell them how beautiful California is, and then come back with a renewed sense of awe for what we left behind. I mean, California is, what can I say? I love it. How about you? Are you a California kid?
Yeah, very much so. Not so much Northern California. I do like, it's not my cup of tea. But yeah, I mean, Southern California, I love the Sierra Nevadas. I love taking trips up to 395, up to Lone Pine. Yeah. I love going down to North County, San Diego. Very beautiful and underrated neighborhoods down there. California is, you get what you pay for. You pay a lot, but you get beautiful weather, you get great culture, great food, and great people.
You actually you can go like into the Death Valley area, and there's that old cowboyish charm about the place that, it just draws you. I believe, I wish, the only thing that I would wish is that of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles of beach that we have, that it would be a little bit warmer. But I guess that's why, bathing suits, those rubber suits are available. Have you ever been to the Redwoods?
Oh, of course, yeah. The Redwoods are beautiful. Also, a really underrated place to visit, too, is the California Gold Country. Yeah. There's lots of great things you can do there, great tours. Remember when I was a little kid, I took a tour of a mine where they took you down almost 5,000 feet into the ground. It's really, really cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so I have to admit that I have been one of those that have actually thought of the idea of bailing from California. Yeah. But, I changed my mind. I changed my mind totally. We got another one here. Anyway, that was not a very friendly comment that I got. We'll be right back.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Sponsored by Specialty Medical. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. That's 800-846-2153.
Have you heard about Vine to Bar chocolate? It's the winemaker's chocolate, the world's first chocolate made with well-vined Chardonnay marc from the beautiful coastal vineyards of North America. Gently pressed grapes are harvested after juicing, dried and finely milled and carefully blended into the finest dark chocolate. The Chardonnay marc contains highly beneficial grape nutrients, flavonols, and has a natural sweetness that flavors the luscious dark chocolate. Mouth-watering, flavorful, delectable dark chocolate goodness with Chardonnay sweetness and beneficial nutrients. And it's alcohol-free, too. It's Vine to Bar chocolate. Order some today at vinetobar.com. That's VINETOBAR.com. Cold shipped to your door, it's Vine to Bar. Vine to Bar chocolate. Visit us at vinetobar.com.
Eating is a serious matter in the City of Angels. No, really. I have a hankering for Mexican, Chinese, Thai. How about Italian seafood or barbecue? It's like taking the plug from the genie bottles and watching the names of the restaurants floating right in front of you. The problem is, as I see it, and as I guess I live it too, is the fact that we have gotten a little bit too used to just when we feel like going out, the first thing we do is we think of our local surroundings, give it a few miles and just go out there. And sometimes it becomes a little bit difficult to choose a place because you already know most of them and, you know, none of them ring the bell for you. But the problem is that no matter where you live, you are close to a freeway in any direction that you travel. You are close to downtown LA, to Burbank, Century City, Santa Monica, you name it, by the airport, El Segundo. And all those places have fantastic places to eat too. And if you go a little bit further, you go towards the Ventura County. There's Thousand Oaks, what do you call it, Westlake Village. There is always a place that you can call new and enjoyable. So I think what we need to do is just kind of like open our eyes a little bit and open our desires a little bit more, so we can go out and look, you know. Not too long ago, I visited a steakhouse in LA called Taylor's Steakhouse. I don't know if you've ever been there or not. It's the old style, dark. I mean, sometimes it's very dark, but it's the old style of wood booths and charm. And due to the invitation I got, it was for an early dinner, you know, like 4:30, 5 o'clock. And I figured, yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be empty, you know. Man, did I miscalculate that part? It was loaded to the point that they gave us a short time table because everything was booked solid. So they told us we can give you a table now for an hour and a half. Luckily, there was a cancellation and they let us stay there a little bit longer. But nonetheless, there's plenty of places that need to be rediscovered as well. Musso and Frank's is a place that I used to go a lot, and now I haven't in a long time, and I've been wanting to go and revisit those places too. So as far as food is concerned, the word is plan it, look for it. There's plenty of guides out there, and make your choices. The fact is that this is a place we have spoken about many, many, many times on the show here, that it doesn't matter what you are hankering for is right near you or just a short distance away. So, bon appetit. What do you think about that? We talked about that many times, but anyway.
Yeah, I'm actually going to Musso and Frank's on Saturday.
You dirty dog.
I
really?
am. Yeah, we're going to go see, my mom, my grandfather, and I are going to go see the new production of To Kill a Mockingbird at the Pantages, and we're going to have dinner at Musso and Frank's right afterwards.
Is that's a musical?
No, it's a regular play written by Aaron Sorkin, or adapted by Aaron Sorkin from the original Harper Lee book.
Oh, really? Yeah, because there's a lot of people that like to go to the theater, but it's all musicals. I can't stand those. I like a good play.
I hate musicals. I won't go see a musical. No, not a fan. But I think actual stage plays are can be really captivating.
Yeah. So actually, if I start singing now and make a musical of the show, you're going to leave? Is that?
No, I'll allow that. But I mean, I don't want to, I'm not necessarily a fan. I went and saw Rent. I remember when I was way younger, and it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. And ever since then, I'm like, musicals are not for me. I never have been a fan of, in the middle of a gunfight, somebody starts singing some cowboy song or whatever, So, again, forget about the distance. Go out and explore. The world is drooling out there, just waiting for your palate to come and enjoy itself. So, what can I say? Visit the old King's Head in Santa Monica. That's great stuff, British stuff, Yeah, the Tam O'Shanters in Los Feliz. It's the same people that do the Lowry's Prime Rib, but more like an Irish style, and so you get yourself the King's Cut.
That's a place where you go, and they always have sand dabs, and they're so good. I don't see them any. You go to 1,000 fish places, and you don't see that type of fish. It's like monkfish. Have you ever had monkfish?
I have, yeah. So you see a lot of monkfish in Chinese restaurants.
Yeah, the poor man's lobster. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, don't limit yourself to just because you have to take a little 20-minute drive or half an hour drive. Go out there and explore. The Orange County area is full of places too. It's just a little bit further away. All right, so bon appetit. We'll be right back.
No more mold. No more damage. No more outdated old bathroom. No more slipping and hurting. No more stress. Make your ordinary bathroom extraordinary for only $99 per month. New shower, new door, new tub, new wall, new anti-slip technology. Be stress-free. Call 800-973-5411. BCI Bath and Shower is made in America for the highest quality. Ask about our military and senior discounts. Your dream bathroom in as little as 1 day. First 50 callers save $1,500 on a Never-Clear glass treated door. Call now for free premium color upgrades. 800-973-5411. Call BCI Bath and Shower, the leader in bathroom remodeling. Be smart, safe, and stay a step ahead of inflation with our interest-free financing options. Call 800-973-5411. Love your bathroom with free upgrades. Call 800-973-5411. 800-973-5411.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
What are you so happy about? I'm on the pill. Aren't you two a bit old to worry about having more kids? Not her, me. You lost me there, buddy. Steelman pills. Things weren't always looking up, if you catch my drift. So, my doctor prescribed me a little something. Like Viagra? Yeah, but that's expensive, and it wasn't covered by my insurance. Steelman pills cost me less than $3 a pill, and virtually the same effect. I just called and got over 40 pills for only $99. I have this friend who might be looking and... Well, if your friend wants some help, the consultation is free over the phone. No clinic. Steelman Pills sends it in the mail in a confidential package. I'm on it. I mean, my friend will be on it.
Steelman Pills, going the extra mile to help men with erectile dysfunction.
800-605-1683. 800-605-1683. 800-605-1683. That's 800-605-1683.
Well, so much good stuff has been shared today. And we will continue with this segment here. The program at Lifestyle... what the heck happened here? The programming at Lifestyle Buzz will be changing a little bit. Although making mods while running a current show is a little bit sometimes confusing because of the time element. I have decided that because there are changes that are needed, updating and more fun stuff to share, I'm going to do it a little bit more systematically and give myself the time to bring it up in full force closer to the holidays instead of saying next week, because it's true. I'm a busy guy, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time to do it right. But we want to. I dream of making the show more interactive, and some of the comments like we get, like we just got one that was kind of a little nasty. But you know what? It's all part of the show. It's part of the game. If people don't like certain things, I love to hear, because that's how I make betterments on the programming, okay? There's no real reason to get nasty about things. I mean, there's a program, show. It's we're going to be saying things that are appreciated by many and not appreciated by few. So it's just the way it is. But the fact is that I want to make the show more interactive, more awarding of prizes, and more having fun. People enjoy our outings, and it's going to happen. It had to happen, and I've had some issues with personal issues with little health problems, but they're coming to an end, and everything is going to be good. So that's it. So any suggestions and questions, I'll be appreciated. I always appreciate all those. So please reach out to me at lifestylebuzz.today, the websites, and go directly to my personal website, my personal emails. And we're going to be adding another website to our little group here. So go to www.globalconnects.media, and you can reach out all the websites and all the information you will need right there in one spot. We'll be posting a lot more independent information, more links. So it's going to be a great, great time coming. This has been actually a very good year. So let's make it better for next year. Michael, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. We love hearing from people around the country, around the world, and we're looking forward to making the show more interactive, maybe do some more contests. And so, yeah, it sounds like a great idea. And I'm looking forward to the new year and see what comes for this show.
So what day did we set up for our?
So it's probably going to have to be after Thanksgiving, I think.
Oh, after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably thinking. But I'm open for whatever. So maybe you can do it early December, and that'll take us into the new year, and then we'll figure out what different challenges we'll do for 2023.
Sounds good. Except mole. Don't do mole. Right?
No, nothing with 25 ingredients or more. That's my limit.
We're going to have a lot of fun. But trust me, we're going to have a lot of fun. And all your comments, good or bad, are very much welcome. So let them rip. We'll be right. Oh no, I guess not. No, we're not gonna come back. No. Have a great time. Share a smile. Share a handshake. God bless.